Michael Eugene Archer, known to the world as D'Angelo, was more than a celebrated musician. He was a vessel of emotion, a man whose voice carried tenderness, pain, and a raw truth that could stir the soul. Born on February 11th, 1974, in Richmond, Virginia, and passing on October 14th, 2025, he left behind a legacy that shaped neo-soul and redefined rhythm and blues. His story was one of faith, love, artistic brilliance, and human struggle, a journey that transformed a preacher's son into a timeless legend. He grew up in a devout Pentecostal family, where faith was the center of everything. Music filled the walls of their home. His father was a preacher, and the sound of worship was part of his daily life. At 3 years old, his older brother caught him playing the piano, revealing a gift so natural it felt divine. From that moment, music became his language, a way to express emotions too deep for words. By his teenage years, he was already performing soulful songs with a local group, captivating small crowds in Richmond. At 18, determined to follow the rhythm inside him, he left school for New York City. Harlem's Apollo Theater became his proving ground, where he won amateur night competitions, affirming that his destiny lay in music. His big break came when he met music executive Jocelyn Cooper at 17. She was struck by his talent and helped him secure a publishing deal, connecting him with key figures like Raphael Saadiq and Angie Stone. In 1994, he co-wrote and produced You Will Know for Black Men United, a supergroup that included stars like Usher, Brian McKnight, and R. Kelly. The song's success made the industry take notice of a young talent with an old soul. In 1995, he released his debut album, Brown Sugar, a record that would change everything. It was more than a collection of songs. It was a new movement. Its warm grooves, smoky atmosphere, and poetic lyrics became the foundation of neo-soul. Tracks like Lady and Cruisin' captured listeners with their intimacy and honesty. The album went platinum, and critics hailed D'Angelo as the new voice of soul music. He was no longer just a rising star. He was a force. After his explosive debut, D'Angelo slowed down. He believed deeply that real music came from lived experiences. He collaborated with Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, and Angie Stone, his muse and partner at the time. This creative period gave birth to Voodoo, released in 2000. The album was a masterpiece, an intricate weave of funk, gospel, and sensual soul. The single Untitled, How Does It Feel, turned him into a cultural phenomenon, earning him Grammy Awards for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance and Best R&B Album. But the image from the song's video, which showed him exposed and vulnerable, turned him into a global sex symbol, something he never fully embraced. Fans adored his music, but the public's fixation on his body created a painful disconnect between who he was and how the world saw him. Fame became a heavy weight. The spotlight intensified personal struggles he had long kept buried. After Voodoo, he withdrew from public life. Grief, pressure, and addiction began to overshadow his brilliance. The death of his close friend Fred Jordan left a deep scar. Alcohol and drugs became both a shield and a cage. Arrests and a near-fatal car crash in 2005 fueled the narrative that the once Golden Soul singer had faded into silence. Behind the scenes, however, D'Angelo was fighting to rediscover the fire that made him who he was. Even in the shadows, music never abandoned him. He quietly worked with artists like Common, Q-Tip, and Snoop Dogg, his artistry flickering like a distant light. In 2008, the Best So Far compilation reminded the world of his brilliance. By 2012, whispers of his comeback grew louder. His return to the stage in Europe was a moment of hope, proof that the soul still burned inside him. In 2014, when D'Angelo released Black Messiah, it wasn't just an album, it was a statement. America was in turmoil, and he felt compelled to speak through song. The record was raw, spiritual, and defiant, earning critical acclaim and 2 more Grammy Awards. Songs like Really Love became anthems, blending vulnerability with power. With the Vanguard Band at his side, he toured the world, reclaiming his place on stage. His performances were intense, emotional, and electric, every note a testament to his resilience. In 2018, he surprised a new generation by recording Unshaken for the video game Red Dead Redemption 2. The haunting song resonated deeply, mirroring his own journey through pain, redemption, and quiet strength. It became one of his most beloved later works. D'Angelo's return to the Apollo Theater in 2021 for the Voodoo event, D'Angelo vs. Friends, was not a competition but a celebration. Joined by Method Man, Redman, and Her, he stood as a man who had weathered storms and found light again. By 2024, he was collaborating with Jay-Z on I Want You Forever, hinting at musical rebirth. Raphael Saadiq revealed that D'Angelo was working on a new album, saying he was in a good space. It was a glimpse of hope that he was preparing to give the world another piece of his soul. His artistry was shaped by the giants who came before him. Prince was his North Star. He admired how Prince wrote, produced, and performed his own music. Marvin Gaye, James Brown, and Jimi Hendrix were also guiding lights. D'Angelo channeled their spirit through a unique blend of gospel roots, funk rhythms, and lyrical vulnerability. His music wasn't just sound, it was healing. Artists like Frank Ocean, Alicia Keys, Anderson .Paak, and Her carry echoes of his influence today. In 2023, Rolling Stone ranked him among the 200 greatest singers of all time, placing him at number 75, a testament to his lasting impact. Behind the music was a gentle, searching soul. D'Angelo never married, but his love story with Angie Stone was one of mutual artistic inspiration. Their son, Michael Jr., born in 1998, became a musician under the name Suavo Twain. He also had 2 more children, including a daughter named Amani. While he experienced moments of joy, his battles with fame and addiction were long and difficult. The weight of being seen as a sex symbol deepened his struggles. He went in and out of rehab, fell silent for years, but never stopped seeking redemption through his art. On October 14th, 2025, the world lost one of its purest musical souls. D'Angelo passed away at 51 in New York City after a quiet battle with pancreatic cancer. He left behind his children, his loved ones, and millions of fans across the globe who had been moved by the vulnerability in his voice. His final project, an album made with Raphael Saadiq, will be released posthumously, a last offering from a man who gave everything to his craft. D'Angelo's life was a song in itself, full of faith, pain, beauty, and redemption. He rose, fell, and rose again, leaving echoes that will never fade. His voice remains in the warm notes of neo-soul, in the rhythm of modern R&B, and in the hearts of those who know what it means to feel deeply. He was not just a singer. He was a soul messenger whose music will continue to speak long after his final note.